Today we are popping the hood. Looking at the beginners, those who are new drivers or have acquired their first car and you are not sure what components are under the hood. We'll look at what fluids are there, where they are located, and how to access or to work with them. So, hope you know how to pop the hood. You start by pulling the latch from the driver's seat. Some cars like the Nissan MP200, you pull the latch from the passenger seat. It's funny. Okay, now this is where you feel the windscreen fluid. The windscreen fluid is filled in here, whether you use water or whatever detergent that is recommended by your car manufacturer. This is a Toyota Fan Cargo 1300cc 2004 model. Okay, then this is where you feel your coolant. Yeah, this is where you feel the coolant when it's low, and your coolant goes into the radiator. The radiator is here, so when you feel it here, it flows into the radiator, around the engine, back to the radiator. These are the radiator fans that cool the radiator. Then here is the dipstick where you check the engine levels. Okay, so as you can see, it is shown there is L for low level down there. There is a little pattern with the letter F for full to show the level of the fuel. So these are things you do when you're able to know the level of your oil. If you want to refill or top up oil, this is where you do it. This is the engine oil. There is always a sign here for engine oil, similar to what appears on the dashboard light. So you open over here, top up your engine if it's oil, if it's low, and then you replace the lid slowly like that. Now brake fluid level is where you check on it. So it has marks to show so that you don't overfill. Brake is engaged. That's how you know your brake fluid is low. If you find that you have disengaged the handbrake and you are driving, but at the dashboard there is an icon as if it is engaged, then you know your brake fluid is low. It also goes low when your brake pads are completely worn out. So it's also when they are worn out, the brake fluid level goes low. Means that it is time to change your brake pads. And if your brake pads are okay and the fluid is still low, it is time to check whether there is a leak somewhere. Right? Another fluid that you need to check is the power steering. Mine is down here, just next below the brake fluid reservoir and the master cylinder. The master cylinder on the brake system. This is the brake booster, but here is where you refill the brake fluid, and it is shown. It also shows the level that should be. here it has, the lid has, it also functions as a dipstick, but you're able to see the level. If you open and the lid is dry, you know that you are low on the power steering fluid, Then there is the gear, automatic transmission fluid. The automatic transmission fluid is hidden under here in a Toyota Fan Cargo, so it is right here. You can see it. It has its own dipstick as well. You remove the dipstick and you check the level. Okay, there's grooves to show the level when the car is cold and the level when the car is hot. So these are things you should check regularly, especially when you are embarking on a long journey. And if they are low, it is always good not to rush to refill them, but to check for leaks. And then if you are sure that there are no leaks, then you can be able to refill. For the automatic fluid, you can change it every 60,000 kilometers or 2 years, whichever comes faster according to your type of driving. For the engine oil, you change it with every service. That is some oil, the organic oil, you change after 5,000 kilometers, and it goes hand in hand the oil filter, which is underneath the car. The windshield fluid you refill when it's over. This fluid also, it's good to change it after 2 years. This is because the brake fluid absorbs water, although it is sealed, but when humidity, it absorbs humidity, even the water from the air. That's always good to make sure you have a brake fluid cap. And in case it's lost or worn out, you should replace it quickly. But it's because the brake fluid is made in such a way that it absorbs the water from the moisture. It's also corrosive, so don't touch places that are painted with it, because it can easily remove paint. And that's also why it is used to, some people use it to remove rust or to unscrew rusted screws that have been stayed there for long and they are not able to come out. For the coolant, of course, you should always make sure that it's at its level. Now, never run your car on coolant alone. The ratio should always be 50-50. That is 1:1. 50% water, 50% coolant, unless otherwise advised by your manufacturer. Now, this is the battery. Also, the battery has acid, but this mine is the maintenance free, meaning it is sealed but still has acid inside, although it is sealed. So if you have one that is not sealed and you can unscrew the caps, then it also indicates the levels. So for mine, it has an indicator here, which I think I've sealed with all this paraphernalia. I'm not able to check, but it has indicators to know. Green means the battery is fully charged. Black means that the battery is flat, requiring charging. And white means your battery has done its lifetime and it needs replacing. So if you have the one that you can be able to maintain, and you find that the acid level is low, never fill with acid. Always fill with battery water. Battery water is simply distilled water or deionized water. So don't use tap water. Always use the recommended water. So in the next video, we will check some other components, maybe some of the sensors where they are, and the fuses, and some other components. Today, I hope you are joined. If you have your first car and you don't know what is under your bonnet, you can go pop the bonnet and try to identify the things that we have talked about. So thank you. See you in the next video.